Dudley Evenson, and I just want to talk a little bit about meditating with nature, meditating in nature, or meditating with nature sounds, or meditating with nature videos, and just how important nature can be when we're trying to clear our mind and kind of let go of unnecessary thoughts. Recently, Dean and I were in Florida, so we got to spend a lot of time at the ocean, and I really feel like being by the ocean and just being able to sit on the sand and just watch the waves come in and the waves go out, and taking a deep breath in and exhaling. And there's just this beautiful flow that happens with ocean waves and one's breath. And so I really hoped that to be able to provide a background for people to be able to listen to my guided meditations, but also the music that Dean creates, the music that we create that supports anyone's process in kind of going deeper inside. We live in nature, where we choose to be in nature. That's so important to us. Dean and I met in New York City. We've been through the big cities, so we know what that's like, and we have chosen to be living in nature. Our outside we have forest and a valley, and we have a river flowing through our property. We have gardens, we have fruit trees. We're just really immersing ourselves in nature. But everyone can't actually live in nature. I understand that probably the majority of people on this planet live in urban areas. But to know that accessing nature in some form or another, whether it's through videos or audio or recordings of nature sounds or guided meditations that we listen to that can help us, anything we can do to bring nature into our lives is going to be of benefit. So I highly recommend, simply being able to just sit back, relax, take a deep breath, focus on your inhale and focus on your exhale, and repeat inhale and exhale. And as we're focusing on the inhalation and the exhalation, we want to be remembering to let our exhalation, our out breath, be long and sustained, and we want to exhale completely. And without even needing to think about inhaling, it happens naturally if we focus on the exhalation. So I really feel like if we can even, if you want to do any counting, you can count, say you want to count to 4, inhale. Maybe hold for 4 and then exhale for 8. Let's try that. So inhale 4, hold 4, exhale 8. And then naturally we inhale again. So this is how we're made, and it works pretty darn well. So I really encourage people to take a breath, focus on the breath, let it sit inside of you, all that oxygen do what it does, and then let it go. And this is the same with everything. If we want to focus on in terms of a meditation, we breathe in, we hold it and just let that oxygen go through every cell and molecule of our being. And then we take what is unused and unneeded and send it back out. And so it is a constant flow of in and out. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And so you just want to create this nice steady flow of inhaling all the good life force, all the love. Hold it just a moment, let it do its thing, and then just exhaling slowly and completely. Picture the ocean, waves coming in and going out. Coming in and going out. And so we just want to get into that beautiful, beautiful rhythm of nature, because nature in general has that nice, slow inhale, nice, slow exhale. I once saw plants breathing. I know they breathe, but I saw it. I was in the forest near our studio in town, and it was sunset, so there was a lot of just this low in the sky sun. And I remember looking at these plants and the nettles. And at first I just appreciated them. I thought, oh, aren't they beautiful? They look like little queens all standing there with the light shining behind them and this and that. And then all of a sudden I saw these little poof, a little poof. I'll look around. Is somebody smoking back here? What's going on? No. Poof. And then I realized that those plants were doing what we do. They were inhaling our carbon dioxide that we've exhaled, and they were releasing oxygen. Poof, poof. So that very experience for me to see the plants breathing, I literally saw them breathing. I could feel that. Poof. And so it really gave me confirmation that what's happening here on planet Earth is very well designed. And we have this great gift of oxygen, which is exhaled by the plants, and we get to inhale. So oxygen can be used by our bodies in so many ways. It just is the life force. So lots to think about when we're considering meditating in nature or with natural sounds or with natural images, just to get into that beautiful process of inhaling, calmly exhaling, inhaling. And that's not to say that nature's always like that. And this is something else that Dean and I learned when we were living in our school bus, and we were in nature a lot. Every bit of nature isn't just so nice and calm and mellow. So we understand that nature has its own rhythms and routines, and a storm can hit, a tornado can happen, a hurricane can happen, especially as our planetary ecosystem becomes more disrupted by human activities. We see that there's a lot of more challenges that we get to experience because of nature being a little bit overwhelmed. You know, we used to have hurricanes, now we have hurricanes that are beyond the force of anything we've experienced. So this is what's happening. And so if you want to come back and apply that to our own lives, we do have hurricanes in our lives. We do have moments when we have to deal with certain levels of suffering or pain or illness or tragedy or accidents. Things happen in our lives. So perhaps think about those events as your own inner tornado, or what happened, what are you dealing with? And again, you can always come back to the quality of that beautiful nature in harmony with itself, where we're not trying to prove anything. We're just living our lives, where the trees are breathing in our carbon dioxide that we exhale. We are breathing in the oxygen the trees exhale, and constantly. And so it's just, the more we can find ourselves in a beautiful sense of balance with nature, then we are going to find that our own bodies, our minds, everything else finds its balance. And that's, again, not to say that it doesn't sort of get knocked off sometimes or get disrupted. And we know that happens. So the reason we practice breathing ahead of time is so it comes naturally to us. When I was preparing for motherhood, for giving birth, we studied the Lamaze natural childbirth method. And this was 50 years ago. So we didn't even have classes in hospitals or anything like that. It was something I had to go and read books and really try to understand what this was, because it wasn't common at the time. Now it's much more known how to use the Lamaze method, or the breathing process of preparing for or being in labor, because labor does hurt a bit. Doesn't last, but it just hurts a bit. So how do we overcome pain? It's the same thing. And at the time when we were getting ready to have our first child, we were also studying yoga, and we had been learning about Kundalini breath and pranayama And so what we were learning from the yogis was, or rapid breath, or deep inhalation, long, slow exhalation. So there was this same kind of pattern of breathing that we had discovered through our yoga practice that the women of my time, and now that it's much more common, were learning to have their babies and be in labor using that same kind of breath. So the reason I bring that up is if someone has an accident or is experiencing chronic or acute pain, using that yogic breath can be very helpful. So we use it in meditation as a long and slow inhalation, long, slow exhalation. But sometimes we do the, or, so we're feeling that diaphragm. And so that, again, that's that empowerment. So we're bringing more oxygen into our bodies. And plus we're dealing with, it's a technique and a way to deal with pain. Because pain is inevitable in life. It happens, whether it's mental, spiritual, emotional, or physical pain. We still need to learn how to deal with it, ideally without being dependent on pain medications. And that, I know that happens a lot. But if you can practice breathing through your pain, through the processes, then you can end up having a beautiful healing occur in your life. And through the breath, through the meditation, through the focus, and the intention. Breath can help us in so many ways. And of course, it is the life force. So without breath, there is no life. So we definitely got to keep breathing. But when we can breathe with intention and with a sense of control, that we're in control of this breath, it's not just happening randomly. It does happen by itself. So thankfully, we breathe anyway. We don't have to think about it. But when we do it intentionally and when we really put our thought into it, we can benefit from it much more profoundly. So breathe. Don't stop breathing. Which brings me to a little song. And this is a song. It's just a little song. It's just a little mantra. But often things become mantras or songs in my mind. But don't give up. Don't ever give up, you gotta hold on for dear life. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Don't give up, don't ever give up, you gotta hold on for dear life. Hold on, keep on breathing, keep on breathing, keep on living, keep on living, keep on laughing, keep on laughing. Don't give up, don't ever give up. You gotta hold on for dear life. Hold on. And hold on, letting go. They even go together. So, you know that. I talk about letting go a lot, but you want to hold on to life. You want to let go of the things that you don't need. Hold on to breath. Hold on to love. Hold on to the dear ones in your life. Hold on to your highest dreams and don't give up. Keep on breathing. But let go of what you don't need. It's a lot. It's a lot. But you can do it. Namaste.